Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. First of all, I want to tell you guys that my last video received a really good amount of love, and I was very excited about that, and it has made me want to make more videos, so thank you guys. This is going to be a follow-up to my last video about the attack on Peter Mon from John Kuckian. And before we go any further, if I'm not really centered or if the camera moves or anything, it's just because my dog is around me. You will probably hear him or see him in videos going further. But anyway, I wanted to do sort of a follow-up because a lot has happened in the past week. I don't think that John anticipated how much love Peter was going to receive, which is kind of amazing, especially from people like Jeffree Star, whom John Kuckian has just said horrible things about on his channel, whether you like Jeffree or not. I mean, he's being compared to Hitler, things like that. So, you know, Jeffree's been on the receiving end of John's bullshit. And all of these gurus came out. I mean, Raw Beauty Christie and James Charles and all these people came out in support of Peter, and he gained a lot of followers. He has a lot of love, and it's pretty amazing. I mean, the drama community came together, beauty gurus came together. It's like everybody could unite on this one thing, that John is a piece of shit that should not be on YouTube anymore. But despite petitions, you know, with thousands and thousands of signatures, despite people adding YouTube, despite people reporting this video, it is still up there. Now, I do want to reference a comment in particular from, I think her name was Elaine, on my last video, saying that, well, you have to have a thick skin if you're going to be on social media. I totally agree. I mean, look at these eyebrows. Look at my hair. Like, I mean, you know, I'm happy with myself, so I totally get it. You have to, like, brush things off. You can't let trolls get to you. But this is not trolling. This was not just regular haters. You know, this is defamation. This is something that can and likely will follow Peter for the rest of his life. His name should not be in the same sentence as the word pedophile, and that's a big difference. So yes, you have to have thick skin to be on social media and be able to deal with criticism. I totally agree with that, but this isn't criticism. This is an attack. This is slander. This is defamation of character. And I really hope that whatever Peter's got going on as far as a lawsuit, you know, possibility, I hope that he follows through with it. I really do, because I think we've all had enough of John. What was interesting to me is, you know, the drama community was sort of split. If you follow everybody on Twitter, you had Sam, aka Here for the Tea, and then you had, you know, Dustin and then Sam's followers kind of like on one side, and then there was Petty Paige and her followers on one side, and everybody seemed to come together when this happened to Peter and be like, this needs to fucking stop. This is ridiculous. And so my question is, what happens now? What's going to happen when this isn't so fresh in our minds? What's going to happen when people stop talking about it? You know, how are people going to act? Because, you know, the beauty YouTubers, the gurus, they are not without fault. As far as talking shit on other people's makeup, hello Manny. As far as just making ignorant comments like James Charles, but is this going to change anything? What's going to happen now? Is this going to make people better? Is this going to make people think twice before they retweet something, before they call somebody Peppa the Pig, before they say somebody looks like a warthog? Are they going to think twice before they are in YouNow streams just berating people, even their own fans? I don't know. I don't know if it's going to really change too much. I would like to see everybody come together, because when things like, I don't have a history with Sam, but I mean, I've been a long-time supporter of hers, except for like the past like 6 months or so, because being in her YouNow streams and seeing her Twitter, like when I started following her other than her YouTube content, I was a little turned off just by how mean she can be and just miserable, and the retweets or the likes and the things that she said, you know, about Jeffree Star and about Petty Paige. There's a fine line between, you know, just joshing around with somebody and kind of throwing some shade, and then just legitimately hating somebody and just bullying them. Although I think a lot of Sam's followers are more to blame for the actual bullying. It's not like Sam stops it or tries to interfere or, you know, is like, you know, don't send hate or negativity. And I'm not saying that it's necessarily up to her to say that, but it would kind of be nice to be like, oh, wow, she's actually saying, like, you guys are going too fucking far. And maybe she, you know, will do that for a while, but I hope that this really does change things. Because when Petty Paige came along, and I do love Petty Paige, when she came along, I mean, she just has this different way of doing drama that I absolutely love. She just cracks my shit up. It's great. Whereas Sam, I really like her content because she's more investigative, although Petty does investigations too, but, you know, they're different and they're equally great. And when they first started talking to each other, like you could kind of see a little bit of a friendship on Twitter, I was so excited. Finally, there's going to be two strong women that in the drama community that are going to get along, and it's not going to be all this bullshit, you know, tea and everything. Everything is going to be great. I don't know exactly what happened. I don't know that anybody knows exactly what went down between all of them. So I'm not going to speak on that. I'm not going to say it's this person's fault or that person's fault. It's just from what I personally see, Sam can be a little intense. And I think that she's quite intimidating, which is why I don't really feel like people like to sort of not go after her, but even kind of critique her in some way, because I don't want to be on the receiving end of that bullshit either, because I left a comment on a video I found when the whole thing began between Sam and Paige. What am I calling her Petty? Her and Paige. And I saw a video that this young kid made, and I agreed with what they said about how, you know, Sam sort of attacked or you know, gets very upset and everything and gets very heated right away. And I agreed with that. And I said, you know, I'm tired of defending her, because I did for a long time. And she sent me a DM and she had a screenshot of my comment and said, is this you? And I said, yeah, you know, and once in a while my sister uses my account, but rarely does she comment. So I wasn't really sure what she was referring to. So I was like, oh yeah, that's me. And I was like, fuck, she saw it. And she was like, you know, she was nice about it. She was like, you know, what's going on? Like, I would, you know, if something's going on with one of my followers or whatever, I'd like to know. And I told her, you know, when I saw everything that was going on, I initially felt like her actions were really shitty. And, you know, she said that, I mean, she basically like understood, and I did kiss her ass. Lips pressed up against her fucking asshole. I did. I was terrified that she was going to start shit or say something to me, and I'm still kind of afraid of that. But, you know, it's just my opinion. I don't hate anybody. I don't wish, you know, ill towards anybody. It's just, I'm just looking at the fucking shit that she puts out in front of us. And it's interesting because when she said she didn't like flip-floppers, that's why I said it in my last video. Because I totally agree. You don't want support sometimes from somebody. You want like ride or die followers. But I can be a ride or die follower of someone's, but still can criticize or have an opinion about something, because I'm not going to like every single thing that everybody does all the time. That's just, we are like people that way. You know, sometimes we fuck up, sometimes we make mistakes. You know, with the internet and with having a response at your fingertips immediately, I know that a lot of us say shit, post things that we don't really mean, or we go about it in the wrong way because we don't have that time to sit and think and like write a letter or use a typewriter or something. We're just immediately, whatever we're feeling is what we put out there. And so I get it. It's just that I'm hoping that maybe this will keep people sort of aware of nasty things that they say, because although what Peter's going through is a lot different, I feel like we still need to pay attention to the fact that some people are not that strong. Some people, one bad thing, just calling them fat or something, that could just devastate somebody. You know, we don't all come from the same backgrounds. We don't all have the same opportunities. We're not all the same people. We have different life experiences that make us who we are. And we're not all at that level where you can just get hit hard with bullshit and deal with it and just stay strong. So I just hope that everybody is more mindful of each other. I mean, yeah, like throwing some shade and having a little bit of drama here and there is fun, but there is a point to where it's not very fun anymore, and it's just really sad. And I had posed the question on Twitter to Peter before all this stuff happened with John, you know, why are you denouncing Rich and Karina? Why are you saying like they are co-signing John's bullshit, but you never say anything about anything that Sam does? Because I found that really interesting. Because, I mean, if you go into one of her YouNows, or if you've been into one of them, within 10 minutes, she's usually yelling about somebody, or you can just find clips on the internet and videos about her. And I feel like she does cross a line into bullying at times. So I found it interesting that Peter wouldn't be like, oh, I don't fucking co-sign that shit, you know, just like Rich and Karina are kind of, by being silent, sticking up for John, why Peter wouldn't say anything against Sam. And then I kind of thought about it, and I was like, well, he's dealing with all this bullshit. He already went through all this bullshit a year ago. I wouldn't really want to rock the boat. And I know that Sam has been amazing to Peter. I know, you know, she has shown her utmost support, and I really do respect that. Regardless of if I love everything that she says, or, you know, stand for everything that she says, which I don't, I do like her content. That was my dog. And I do, you know, have some respect for her. I just hope that going forward, this keeps everybody sort of on this level. Okay, well, we're not going to go there. We're not going to like cross this line. I mean, she's said about Paige that she's not healthy, that there's no way that she could be that confident at her weight. You know, those things, when you have real issues with somebody's personality, when you have real issues with a person and how they are as a human being, then you don't have to attack them for their weight. I mean, I'm pleasantly plump myself, but I'm happy with myself. I would like to improve. Anyway, it's not about me. I'm just saying that you don't have to attack those things. You don't have to participate in it. You don't have to retweet things. You don't have to like it. You also don't have to say stop. You know, I'm not saying that she has to be like, now guys, boys and girls, don't you dare say anything bad about anybody. I know that's not how people work. I'm just saying that I hope that there's more respect in the community, even amongst the beauty channels, because these are a bunch of young, in some cases, millionaires that, excuse me, that have a lot of money, have a lot of time, and are petty as fuck for like the dumbest shit, you know? And I hope that maybe all of this will help people realize, you know, we need to be more compassionate. We need to have more empathy. There needs to be a line that we're all going to sort of try not to cross. Now, if somebody does something to you personally, like John has done to Peter, I mean, Peter should do whatever he needs to do. I support him completely. I just hope we can get John off of the internet. I really hope that we can. And it's not even just about Peter. It's about his attacks on Sam. If you didn't know, he accused Sam of essentially the same thing. And Thomas, Halbert. And it's just crazy. Like, you can't just have somebody on YouTube where people's videos are being demonetized for saying fuck too many times. And this motherfucker's out there making videos calling people pedophiles. You know, and as somebody that was sexually abused as a child, I take that accusation very seriously. And it's not just something you say like, oh, you're a fucking bitch. That's way different than saying that you are a pedophile. Like, that is the worst thing that somebody could be. And it also bothers me because I saw a few people on Twitter saying, well, this is an issue with the gay community as a whole on YouTube. Like, implying that, like, oh, the older gay male community. And I was thinking, like, you're really implying that because an older gay man is on YouTube, like, that necessarily means that they are prowling on younger gay YouTubers? I mean, I find that insulting because it sort of implies that gay people are pedophiles. And there are a lot of people that believe that. And it's sickening. It's just sickening. And I just hope that, you know, he gets his, that John gets what he deserves. And we're just going to have to see what happens. I hope that this changes things in a positive way for everybody. And as far as my channel is concerned, I'd like to kind of keep doing this a little bit more often. And I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. I may just sit here and talk some days. Maybe I'll talk about some beauty products sometimes. I don't really know. I just want to turn the camera on and talk because I've only released a few videos and they have been so far apart from each other that when I do one, I feel really, really good, you know, and then I don't do them for a while, and then I like lose the ambition, like the motivation to do it. But I'd really like to start doing them again. And so I appreciate all of the feedback on the last video, and I hope this can be a place where we can have conversations about things. And, you know, let me know what you guys think about everything, about Sam, about, you know, what you think should happen with John, you know. Just let me know all of your thoughts below because I'd love to continue the conversation. Thank you guys so much.